Happy Sunday and welcome to Kaya's Corner. It is Sunday morning, the morning of the Purge Palace. I am dressed and ready to go. I have all the supplies that I need. This week has been wow. Thursday, I went to go see Beyonce with Dr. Daniel Black, aka Baba Omotosho, who is a wonderful mentor, father figure to me. Thank you so much for treating me. I love you. And then Friday, just took a relaxed day. I was supposed to go to the spa and then some things transpired. And I realized the bigger picture and the lesson is you don't have to jam pack. You don't have to do something every day. And honestly, for me to be spiritually grounded and spiritually centered and in the right headspace, it was probably good that I just stayed at home and watched Love Island. That I just took care of myself, took care of business, and then just kept it cool, kept it cute. Saturday morning, went to Effect Fitness, wonderful brick class with Mr. Reggie, wonderful brick class with Jordan. I did not make it all the way through the second class. Okay. And that's rare for me. That happened to me Wednesday. And I was really, I don't like leaving the room. I don't like leaving the room. Even if I am struggling, I would still rather be present than to walk away from my spot. But boo-boo, I don't know what kind of heat has been happening this week, but that was the second time. Okay. I was like, oh no, I got to, because I think I'm there. I think I've arrived at that place where I need to hit stage left with no shame. I departed. But it was a wonderful time. My friends celebrated me. Wonderful energy. So much birthday wishes, some beautiful gifts. So just thank you to everybody. And then in the evening, we went to Your Third Spot, and a small group of us just played games and ate little small bites. And there was Beyonce karaoke and just singing and bowling and just having a good old time. That's what it's supposed to be about for your birthday, And I feel really wonderful. The support for the Purge Palace has been mind-blowing. Fear and doubt and negativity can trick you into thinking that you don't have something to offer, okay? I press through doubt. I'm not saying doubt doesn't come, but I press through it. Okay, it shows up, it hangs around, it talks real loud, and I might get uncomfortable and then you know what? In the moments and spaces where you do get uncomfortable, check in with a friend. So many of my sister girlfriends were like, Blake, Kaya, Blake, the price is too low. Blake, Kaya, Blake, this is a wonderful idea and the world needs it. Blake, Kaya, Blake, people gonna show up. Don't fold. And I was just like, it's true. This morning, just a few minutes ago, another registration. Okay. And so it just confirms to me spiritually that, again, it is not about me at all. It is simply about putting something in place that I believe Spirit has told me to do and just having the space open. Build it and they will come. So if there's anybody out there who has a vision, who has an idea that they think is going to contribute to the world, going to bless the world, going to bless their people, birth it. Birth it. Learn along the way. Learn the logistics. This is my first in-person Purge Palace. I'm taking notes. I'm still ahead of it. I don't have the other side yet. I'll have that for you this evening, right? But just trust and believe in the vision that you've received. Ooh, hold on. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did. Trust and believe in the vision that you have received. Okay. Clack it. So ultimately, all the things are in place, which leads me to my next point. I am so excited because Black Oasis is officially on Kindle. And I'm going to announce it, on my social media tomorrow on my actual birthday, July 14th. I was born at 4:44, okay? 4:44 p.m. to be exact. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty special. I think it's an angel number if I'm not mistaken. Got to research that. But so for me to release it and to announce it on my birthday, I use that as a symbolic, message. I tend to do things on my birthday because that's when my new year starts. That's when my new time, my new season starts. You don't get caught up in the calendar as these folk done made it, okay? Because if you lived in a different city, a different state, a different country at a different time period, your calendar might look completely different. And it does impact the way in which you see the world. The way you conceptualize time absolutely impacts the way you see the world. So it's important for me to do things on my own time, do things in my season. And so Black Oasis, a book of poetry, is officially on Kindle. It's published, and I'm working on making sure that hard copies are available. They shall be available this week. So it's just like, look at God. Shout out to my business coach, Jade Maya Lambert, because when I met with her, I called her up. Oh, this is a good story. When I called her up, I said, I need some help. I need somebody who's going to take me to the next level. I have a vision. I have things that I see. I have things I want to do. And I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to get there on my own. I need someone who thinks big. I need someone who sees big. And I just already knew that somebody existed in my phone. So I just started scrolling through my phone because I know a whole bunch of dope people. Oh my gosh, like the dopest people, period. Like strong forces of nature. And I'm like, I know somebody in my phone who could take me, because I got elders. I know somebody who could take me to the next level in this thing. Even if, because I come with a lot. I'm trying to tell you, I am highly resourceful. Whatever I want to do, I will do it. But I just got to a place that was like, I can't make it tangible. This lady, and not with ease either, because it takes, you got to move me. I'm still not, there's still lessons to be learned. There's still things that got revealed, just even around my worth, around the truth of like how much I can demand. I'm still learning that. It's a wonderful process. And she is helping me and has helped me through this. But honey, this woman, she laid it out. She told me what I needed to do. She helped me see places where I was contradicting myself in my thought process, places where I might be undermining the fruit of and the intention of what I set out to do. Like some serious pondering took place, some serious work, delivering, cultivating, creating in a short amount of time. I think we've only worked together. I think we started working together 2 months ago. So in 2 months' time, I have launched the event and released a book. You know how many years I sat on it? I created Black Oasis, the podcast, in 2020. 5 years later. But you know what the beauty is? Sometimes, and most times, it's not about the time. It's about the season. And the things I've learned, the things that had to be in place spiritually before I got here, had to germinate. They had to take root. They had to sprout. I had to get certain lessons so that the woman you see today can honor and uphold the mantle of what's being produced. And that took 5 years. It only took 2 months to produce the tangibles. It took 5 years to produce the woman. It's going to take more because it ain't over. See, one of the biggest things I had to let go of was the idea of perfectionism. I felt like a hypocrite if I was not my most physically fit, talking about spiritual health, talking about emotional health, talking about physical health. I thought, you're a hypocrite if you're overweight and in these wellness spaces. And girl, that's a lie. Because I work out 5 days a week. I do. I work out 5 days a week. Whether it's cardio, whether it's weight training, whether it's Pilates, whether it's a walk, I work out maybe 6. I do. There hasn't been a week that's gone by that I haven't made 5 days. My eating, up and down, up and down. But the intention is always there. The tools are always there. I made progress. I continue to make progress. That's going to be the rest of my life. What am I waiting on? For you all to say that it's okay for me to be in this space? That's crazy. God said it. Girl, what? That's a control issue. I be talking about control a lot, okay? Because the truth of the matter is surrender and acceptance are simply going. Just go. And do the work as it comes to you. Have enough humility, be teachable and coachable as the lessons come to you. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to God, my ancestors, for having their hands on me. No, it has not been perfect. I am not perfect. I ain't talking about I'm the pillar of perfection. I know what Rihanna said. When Rihanna said, I'm not your role model, because the truth of the matter is, don't put people on pedestals. Don't put people, put principle on a pedestal. Don't put people. People are going to fall short every time. If you're looking at me to have all the answers and to be absolutely perfect and to never be wrong, you've already, if you're looking at anybody, if you're looking at Beyonce, if you're looking at Oprah Winfrey, if you're looking at Iyanla Vanzant, if you're looking at Deepak Chopra for perfection, you will be disappointed. We are always learning because we are alive. We are always growing because we are alive. That means you have to make mistakes. You have to struggle. There will be flaws. It's okay. You know, I have been thinking about this ideology of perfectionism and how anything that teaches you that something is perfect, anything that teaches you that there can only be one of something, one leader, right? One boss. When nature contradicts that in so many ways, there's so much variety in nature. What do you mean one? The king of the jungle. What do the animals actually say? What are they talking about? Because you come in there talking about the king of the jungle and the hippos are like, who? The lion? Have you met a hippo? Do you know hippos are more dangerous than lions? Did you know that? Oh, okay. Who, the crocodiles? You know what I'm saying? Like, and are we measuring by their ability to be predatory, or are we measuring about their lifespan or their survival or how they manage community? That's Duchess. Like, what's the yardstick? So anything that teaches you that there can only be one version of something and it must be perfect is a fear-based ideology. There's a certain group of people who are so fearful that they will become extinct, that they have structured systems all over the world to ensure that they don't go anywhere and that other people are always oppressed. It's a fear-based ideology. And they promote perfectionism, and they promote purity, and they promote all these things that make nuance and beauty and failure and hard stuff feel ugly and small. And it's a lie, because anything I think beautiful in this world has come from the hands of the people who are not in that group. So if you're scared, say you're scared. If you're scared, say you're scared. So any ideology that tells me that I can't do it unless it's perfect, I reject it. Any ideology that says there can only be one leader, only one boss, only one person with a vision, only one something in charge, I reject that. Because then you miss out on so much of God's nuance and beauty. You miss out on so much of the variety. And like I said, everything that existed before man got their grubby hands on it contradicts the ideology of one. Only one. Even Christianity has the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Even Christianity honors the variety. Even the Catholic Church honors the variety in saints. So I'm just letting you know, don't get caught up in the foolishness. Your vision is worth it. Your gifts are worth it. Do the work. The 5 years is the work. The 5 years before the idea, when the idea was birthed, right? And then the 5 years later to where it's actually now tangible. In that time, I've had to address myself inside out. Not so that I could be perfect, just so I could be well enough to sustain this thing. Just so I could be my best, healthiest self to be able to at least launch it, sustain it, and keep it going. Employment, education, physical health, awareness of boundaries, spiritual foundation, all these things have been cultivated. As a matter of fact, the seeds were planted before the idea got there. Huh? Oh, yeah. When I moved to Atlanta, and I got a whiff of that. As a matter of before I moved to Atlanta, I found myself wandering into a bookshop called the Blue Nile on Georgia Avenue. The Blue Nile, right across from Howard University. And I picked up a book by Asa G. Hilliard. As a matter of fact, I had just got kicked out of college, of community college, because I sabotaged my finals. I had A's in all these classes, and I went and skipped finals so I could be with a boy. I did. This was my second time getting out, because I went to Morgan State and I had a boy situation there. Sure did. You be the boys. But I wandered into the Blue Nile and picked up this book and started to read about the Kemetic history and that book, Taking Back the Land. And I was like, what? My world got cracked open. Seed. And then my best friend who had moved to Atlanta, I said that because she stay right over there. Had moved to Atlanta. 3 years later, I went and visited her. In 30 days, I moved to Atlanta because I just saw community. And I saw Black people celebrating themselves. And I saw the things that I had read about in that book in real life. You see how the process and the germination of time and seasons, and there were things that had to be in place. In that meantime, my dog died. One of the biggest hiccups, because I had wanted to move to Atlanta before, one of the biggest hangups that I had before was I didn't know where I was going to take a pit bull. I've always been a pit bull mom. I didn't know where I was going to take a pit bull. You know, she died. That made it real easy to get up and go. Devastated, traumatized. I don't even know how I got Duchess now. Well, I do know. That's another story. But literally, death took place, and I transitioned. It'd be so real, y'all. Nothing is happenstance. I just want you to know that. It's all connected and it's all divine. If you allow yourself to be led by spirit, if you allow yourself to be led by a higher power, a moral code, and just get real enough with yourself to stand in your truth. Some of us are just not happy. We're just not happy with things as they are. We are fighting to uphold things that are foreign to us. It's not even for us. And the reason why you're fighting is because it's not for you, because anything for you comes with ease. It just might not be what you prefer. So I press myself to be mature enough to get out the way. And it ain't easy. I promise you. I've been cringing. You know, I do marketing. I promote people for a living. I love to do it. Promoting myself, ooh, oh my gosh, why is it hard? Gotta address that. So anywho, I say all that to say, this poetry book has been long overdue, child. I've been writing since I was 12 years old. Long overdue. And I'm excited and I'm proud. Black Oasis is published. It's published by me. I did it. So I will talk more in depth next time about how to use Black Oasis. I'll read some poetry. I'll tell some stories about poems, the inspiration, where they came from, the goal of them. This book is all about honoring other poets. It's about creating ritual in your life to help you be healthy and sustained, all through poetry. It's about highlighting the beauty of the Black community, also highlighting opportunities for growth, places where we need to celebrate more. Beautiful oasis, a beautiful oasis for you in a book. So I hope that you get it. It's available on Kindle in ebook form. Physical copies will be available soon. Purge Palace is going to be every month for as long as I live. In some way, shape, or form, we are going to be intentional about balancing out the insides, not purging in a negative. I don't know what, I didn't know purging had a negative connotation. Because to me, it's like, we live in a society that banks on us consuming things, consuming in excess. Like, I don't see like hoarding as a disease as an international issue. I don't necessarily see obesity impact other countries the way that it's a first world problem. Why? Because we are a capitalistic society and we are hell bent on consuming because people need money. And people are heavily lacking spirituality here. Heavily lacking spirituality as a whole, right? This is not a spiritually rooted society. It's not. You can travel to other countries and you can see how spirituality dictates their lives. And then there's a result of how living takes place that's completely different than the US. You won't hear of all the violence and murder and disease. We think we so big and bad, full of disease, chock full of disease from the top down. So we're going to combat that. This will be every month. It'll be different forms of healing, different forms of wellness practitioners. We're going to have the brothers in there. I just spoke with a wonderful brother last night about doing a session around skincare. We'll have stretch. We'll have all the things because there's just an endless bank of Black people doing work to contribute to the wellness of our community. It's endless. I know so many people. The schedule is full. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. And hopefully we get to a place where maybe we can do it more often. Hopefully the goal is for Black Oasis to be its own brick and mortar, the Purge Palace to be its own brick and mortar, its own building, with rooms like Jeju that you go in, and each room offers a different experience of wellness, a different experience of release, a different experience of healing. An emotional rec center. Yeah, I gotta get that trademark coming. Anywho, stay tuned. Thank you for your support. Me love you. And until next time, stay Black. And lucky you, you don't have a choice.